going to grease.
Make
a note.
3, 2, 1, jump!
Okay. So earlier in the day, I started making my soup, which is back here in the crock pot. It's been cooking for 8 hours.
You did a good job on that, babe.
I did. It was really hard to film it myself. I made some videos earlier showing you guys step by step of how I did it, and here's how it went. All right, so it is the night before we are actually filming. Just because this takes a while, we need to soak our white beans in water overnight. So I'm just preparing them here, and tomorrow I will be putting them in the crock pot. So here's our white beans soaking in water. All right, so it is the next morning and my beans are done soaking, as you can see. So we are gonna get started and put everything in the crock pot. All right, so today we are making Fasolatha Soup, which is a Greek soup with beans and tomatoes. And I'm filming a little bit of B-roll here just because we're doing the slow cooker version of this. And it's gonna take 8 hours to cook. So I've got my crock pot, slow cooker ready. You can also do this with a pressure cooker, or you can also do it stovetop. Stovetop takes about 2 hours, so I just didn't want to be boiling the soup for 2 hours. So I'm just gonna leave this in my slow cooker while I'm at work, and when I come home, dinner's gonna be ready. So I'm gonna turn this on to low, and we'll get started. So I soaked my beans overnight in water, and now you're gonna have to boil the beans for 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm just getting my water boiling here, and then I'll add my beans in and let them cook for 2 to 3 minutes. All right, so while my water's boiling to boil my beans, I'm gonna cut up the rest of my ingredients. So we need 1 stalk of celery, 2 carrots, a chopped up onion, and 1 grated tomato. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to grate this tomato. We'll see. Now, as you can see, I'm chopping everything in really small pieces just because this is gonna be part of a soup, so I don't want it to be super chunky. Small pieces for everything here. Okay, I usually don't cry when I cut onions, but this onion was really, really strong. I had to take a break. I could only do half of it. Whew. Man, it's really strong. Okay, so I attempted to grate a tomato, and this is what it looks like. Not sure if the wording is right in the recipe that I'm following, but this is kind of what it came out to be. So kind of just like, don't grate the skin, just everything in the middle. I'm probably gonna end up doing 2 tomatoes just to be sure that I have enough instead of the 1 that it calls for. But yeah, that looks good. Okay, now my water is boiling for my beans. I'm gonna go ahead and put my beans in. Camera might be a little bit shaky, so let's just pour all these in here. So the recipe calls for 500 grams of beans, which is like a pack and a quarter. So I had to buy 2 packs. I have some left over. Just put these in there. And those will boil for 2 to 3 minutes. Once it starts boiling again. So I really love this recipe just because all the ingredients that we're using other than the tomato paste are just fresh. And I really feel like this recipe I'm making from scratch, it's just a really, really colorful and clean dish. So because this recipe only calls for 1 stalk of celery and 2 carrots, you're probably gonna have a lot left over. You can chop them up, use them for another type of soup, or just eat them as snacks. All right, my beans are over here boiling. They're just about done. I'm just gonna stir them a little bit. We have about 1 more minute left. And then I'm gonna drain them and put them in my crock pot. But as you can see, they look really good. All right, so my vegetables are all chopped. I did end up adding 2 tomatoes. And what else we're gonna add is a tablespoon of tomato paste, as well as a little bit over ½ a cup of olive oil. All right, so my beans are cooked for 2 to 3 minutes. I'm just gonna add those in my crock pot. All right, in goes my olive oil and my tomato paste. Ooh, kind of hard to do with one hand. All right, I'm putting my tomato paste in. And then of course, all my vegetables right in there. So as you can see, my bowl kind of fell in, and this is really hard to do with one hand filming and one hand trying to pour stuff in. I really need my assistant here, but it's okay, he's working. I miss him. No one to yell at. But I'm gonna show you in just a minute how everything mixes together. All right, so as you can see, I mixed everything up really, really well, and we're adding, if you're doing the slow cooker version, you need to add 6 cups of water. So I already added 4, and then here's my final 2. And just give that one more stir, and you should be good. So this will be on low for 8 hours, and when I come home from work, it will be done. So yeah, just put the lid on, boom. Let it cook. And as you can see, this is a huge crock pot, so it's really gonna make a lot of soup. Once those vegetables kind of break down, you're definitely gonna have leftovers, and you're definitely gonna be able to feed your whole family with this. We will be making a Greek salad as well, so we'll have like a soup and salad for dinner and lunch. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the step-by-step process of making the soup. We're going to try it in just a few minutes here after we make our Greek salad. Alright, so for our Greek salad, we have feta cheese, green pepper, tomato, red onion, cucumber, and some Greek olives. These we're actually going to put in our salad, and these are just to snack on. Would you like one,
yes,
darling?
Please.
We always buy the ones with the pits in them. And then, of course, these that I got for the Greek salad, they don't have the pits in them. Louis is going to get me the big bowl. I'm going to start chopping all this. And I'm going to get Louis to chop these olives for me. If you just want to slice those, that'd be great. I think this one looks more beautiful. Alright, so this is just a really quick and easy Greek salad. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Chop everything in pretty big pieces. Alright, so I'm cutting my green pepper next here. And I'm going to cut this in thin slices. Kind of take all the insides out. This Greek salad you should be able to whip together in like 10 minutes. Maximum 10 minutes. So I'm going to cut my green peppers into like pretty thin slices. And you can cut those in half too if it gets to be too big. Or if they get to be too long. Throw those in there. I bought 2 green peppers. I think I'm only going to use 1. Alright, so up next is my cucumber. I always cut my onion last just because my cutting board kind of has that oniony taste to it, and I don't want the rest of my vegetables to taste like it. So I'm going to leave the skin on this cucumber, and I probably don't need it all. I cut about half. It's a pretty big one here. So I'm going to cut pretty thin slices. I get nervous. You're watching me, Louis. Alright, I got my cucumber cut. I'm going to throw that right in this bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and start my onion. Now this is a huge red onion. We are definitely not going to use this much. I'm going to take this first layer off here so I can at least get it cut in half. And I'm going to cut these slices pretty thin as well. Thinner than I did the pepper. Alright, so this, I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it this direction so I can get these kind of really thin crescent shaped pieces. So as you can see, they're really, really thin. I don't like the taste of onion too much, but you know, a Greek salad has that, so you can't have a Greek salad without these onions. But the thinner you cut them, the better it'll be.
Soup smells good.
It does. I think I just need to add a little bit of salt to it. Alright, so I've got these beautiful onion pieces here. I'm just going to break them apart in my bowl.
Very thin.
Very thin. If you don't like a lot of onion, you don't have to put a lot, but gotta put something. Alright, Louis cut up all the olives for me. I'm just going to dump those right in. The reason I'm making this is because I had this feta cheese left over from, I don't even remember why I bought this. Anyway, I need to use it up, so hence Greek night. So I'm going to put my feta cheese, all of it in there, and that looks good. I'm going to put some olive oil and red wine vinegar on here, and it will be done. All right, so all my ingredients are in the bowl for the Greek salad, and now I'm just gonna put a little bit of dressing on it. So we're gonna do some olive oil. Just sprinkle that on here, quite a lot. And we're gonna do some red wine vinegar. There we go. And some lemon juice. I'm just gonna squeeze it with my hand because we really don't want too much. Just a little bit there. Boom. And then a pinch of sugar, kind of a big pinch, just to kind of break up that acidity from the lemon. And then we're gonna go ahead and just mix this up. Wow, it looks so colorful and so yummy. So I'm just mixing this all up together. Look how colorful, look how great that looks. Just make sure the dressing is covering it all, get that sugar mixed in there. So our Greek salad is done, quick and easy, and the only thing left is to serve our soup, which is also done. Wow, this looks really delicious. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to it because I tasted it earlier. All right, I'm serving up our soup here. You can serve this with bread if you want. All right, so everything looks good here. We have our soup, our salad, our olives, and we can't wait to eat. So Luiz and I traveled to Greece, and we can't wait to go back because we just love the beaches and everything about the life there. So I hope we can plan our next trip sometime soon.
Yes.
We'll share with you some of our pictures from our trip at the end of this video. We ate a lot of seafood there. Like I said, we didn't actually try this soup, so I'm excited to have made it and tried it. And while we were there, we did eat a lot of Greek salad though. So it's nice to kind of have this refreshing salad here at home. So thank you for joining us on another episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking. Tonight we took you to Greece with our Greek salad and Greek soup, and we hope that these recipes will inspire you to cook from different places that you've visited. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.